What is going on YouTube? It's your boy JR here. We are back with another video. And as you can see from the title and the thumbnail today, I have the Powerbeats Pro 2s. I got them from my local Verizon store. They cost $249. I ended up getting the black pair, as you can see right here. And I'm gonna give you my thoughts on them. So if you're interested in that, stick around. Okay, so the unboxing process for the Powerbeats Pro 2 was a decent process. Only thing that I noticed that was different is it did not have a charging cable. And the fact that this generation is different because it now has USB-C charging instead of lightning charging. It was, I don't know, man. I think it's starting to spread out now. At first it was the phones that were losing the power bricks and accessories. Now it seems like the accessories are losing accessories. So that's something that you take in consideration. Now you do not get a charging cable in the box. All you get is the buds, the case, which is 33% smaller than the case before, and the extra ear tips that go down to an extra small. So the first thing I want to talk about is the design of the case and the buds themselves. I think that the first generation had a humongous case, but there was a good reason for the humongous case. And in this case, no pun intended, I like the fact that they minimized it a little bit. They took it down 33% smaller on the case. So you can see, I'll do a quick comparison right here. Compared to the first generation, it's definitely smaller, a little bit more compact. But I will say, even carrying it with you, you still have to be considerate of where you're gonna put it. I mean, hopefully you're not the type that carries it in your pocket during a workout, because that can get kind of annoying. If you have a gym bag, it's best to just throw the case in there and you won't have to worry about it. But the case is a little bit smaller than the first generation, so that's always a great thing. And the next comparison to look at is the Powerbeats 2 compared to the Beats Fit Pro. So when doing the case comparison to these, you can clearly see that the Beats Fit Pro are smaller. The case is smaller, the earbuds are smaller, everything's just smaller. They're both USB-C, but of course the Powerbeats 2 have wireless charging on it now, and that's one of the one of the pros to this generation, along with the noise cancellation and transparency, which I'll touch on a little bit later. But when comparing the sizes, compared to the AirPods Pro, the AirPods Pro are clearly smaller with the case and everything. But the reason for the case being as big as it is, but not quite as big as the first generation, is the battery life. So the fact that you can get up to 45 hours of battery life and 10 hours of use with the buds themselves is astounding. I mean, I think this is probably, as far as earbuds are concerned in Beats, I think that this is probably the best earbud when it comes to battery life. I haven't had any issues with, like, the first time that I opened my Beats, the Powerbeats Pros, the original Powerbeats Pros, hadn't used them in like a year. And then when I opened the case up and it showed on my iPhone that it was like 74% left on the battery in the case, I was like, man, that's crazy. I hadn't touched these Beats in so long. And the fact that the battery held that capacity for that long is ridiculous. So that says a whole lot about these earbuds. Okay, so the next thing I want to touch on is the features and everything that it comes with. For $249, you're really getting a lot, especially since the first generation did not have noise cancellation, didn't have transparency or wireless charging. And the fact that it comes with the H2 chip this time around gives you all the accessibility options as you would get on the AirPods Pro. I think it's a really good bang for your buck as far as the features are concerned. So if you're looking for something, if you enjoyed the first generation of Powerbeats, then you're definitely going to enjoy these because it's just giving you more for your money. And I think that everybody's just really going to like it. If you started with the Powerbeats, then you'll definitely love the second generation. Personally, my number one gym earbuds has been the Beats Fit Pro, and I'll go on and tell you right now, I love the Beats Fit Pro. I'll probably definitely, when they come out with the Beats Fit Pro 2, definitely getting those first day. As soon as I find out I'm getting them, I'm giving y'all the review, because I know that they're just gonna add on to what the Beats Fit already do. But as far as the Beats Fit, the Power, man, these names are so tongue-tying. As far as the Powerbeats Pro, they are definitely the all-around gym earbud to have workouts for whatever you're doing, and they won't move. The fitment is great on these. I think that the ear hook, they used to give me issues, but the fact that the ear hook this time around is smaller than before says a lot, and you can definitely feel the difference. The one thing that I will say is the heart tracking monitor does work pretty good, but because I use my Apple Watch for that, it kind of cancels it out. So I mean, if you don't like using a fitness watch, then you can use different apps to keep track of your heart rate and things like that, along with the Powerbeat Pros. And I think that, you know, it's definitely something different, something that you don't see on a lot of earbuds. But because these are specifically for working out, I think it's a good addition. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is probably the most important thing, is the sound quality. Now, I've been to the gym today, and I started out my workout with the Powerbeat Pro 2s. Started that out. And I used the transparency, and I used the noise cancellation. So my honest opinion about the transparency mode, I'm gonna compare it to like AirPod Pros, because AirPod Pros seem like the standard for, you know, transparency and noise cancellation. The transparency is good, but I don't think it's quite on par with the AirPod Pros. And the same goes with the noise cancellation. AirPod Pros have a ridiculous amount of noise cancellation, but the Powerbeat Pro 2s, now noise cancellation is good, but it's not quite on par with the AirPod Pros. Now, I'm just talking about, not saying that it's bad, but just in comparison to how noise cancelly it is, how much it cancels noise out, it doesn't cancel out as much noise as the AirPod Pros. But the Powerbeat Pros definitely does do a good job. They do a good job of canceling out noise. So you can still hear stuff in the background. But if you're the type that really likes to block out all noise and zone in and focus on your workout and the music that you're listening to, these probably won't completely do it for you. Now, when I compare them to the Beats Fit Pros, I think the Beats Fit Pro noise cancellation is a little bit better than the Powerbeats. And me personally, I prefer more noise cancellation. It doesn't have to be 100% like the AirPods, but definitely where the Beats Fit is right now, I think that's kind of where I like it personally, just in my opinion. And as far as the transparency goes, transparency is good. It's not bad. I mean, its transparency sounds way better than just nothing at all. So I think that's something that you guys are really going to enjoy. And as far as the sound quality goes, now, I've always loved Beats because they've been bass heavy, you know, and I thought that Apple would probably build on that and refine and tune things up so it'll be a lot better. But I gotta be honest with you, the audio quality on these, and I'm not an audiophile by any means, but I know how I like to hear music, and you may have your own preference, of course, but these aren't really doing it for me. I mean, the bass is okay. The mids are and the highs are just way too high. I mean, I'm hearing way too much of that going on in my ear. And I did happen to try it out on my iPhone and the S25 Ultra. So I did Apple and Android and compared it. I think it sounds a little bit better on Android. I'm gonna be honest. I think it sounds a little bit better on Android. And that's crazy because you would think that the sound would be tuned perfectly, you know, since it's a native Apple accessory. But yeah, man, it just doesn't quite do it for me with the highs and everything. So what I did my first half of the workout, I used the Powerbeat Pros, and the second half of my workout I switched over to the Beat Fit Pros. Man, the Beat Fits just balanced it out. There was just a way better balance with the Beat Fit Pros than it was with the Powerbeat Pros. And I don't know, I mean, it could be, like I said, everybody has their preference. So the fact that you can't change the equalizer or the sound settings on Apple, that's a con right there, that's a strike. But the fact you can do that on Android, so you can adjust your equalizer and your sound settings on Android. So you probably can adjust it to the type of sound that you like more so on that device than you will on Apple's. But for me, honestly, if I had to choose, and I don't want to make this is not like a comparison. No, you know, it is a comparison video because I'm comparing it to the previous generation, and I'm comparing it to, we just comparing Beats earbuds right here, right now. Personally, I just prefer the Beat Fit Pros, and I'm not trying to, yeah, I like Beats Fit Pros. I said it. I like Beats Fit Pros. I'm a Beats Fit Pro kind of guy. The last thing I will say is, do I think that you should purchase the Beats Fit Pro 2s? If you're coming from the first generation of Powerbeat Pros and you really like how they sound, you like how they fit, then you'll probably like the Powerbeat Pro 2s because it's giving you noise cancellation and transparency, the H2 chip, and you have a heart rate monitor. Definitely great battery life. The fit feels good. The sound quality is tuned a little bit more. If you have Android, you'll have an edge because you can adjust it. If you have iOS, then I mean, it is what it is. So I think that if you're coming from the original Powerbeat Pros, you'll definitely like these. You'll definitely like these. Now, if you're coming from the Beats Fit Pros, if you don't like the wingtips that go inside of your ear, or your ear is shaped kind of funny and these kind of irritate your ears, then you'll probably like these because of the ear hook. And there's not much pressure on your ears when it comes to the ear hooks, and you can kind of adjust it a little bit. So as a fitment, you know, if you're coming from the Beats Fit Pros and you didn't like how those fit, then you'll probably be good with the Powerbeat Pro 2s because you can adjust it. You won't have to worry about them falling out of your ears, like if you're coming from like AirPods or something like that, because they're definitely coming out. But the sound quality, as I said before, I think that the Beats Fit Pro has a better balanced sound quality between your lows, mids, and your highs. That's just me, and that's my honest opinion. I personally don't think I will be keeping the Powerbeat Pro 2s. It's not for me, man. Just, yeah, the fitment is good, but it's not enough bass, you know, their Beats. They got to take it back to the original, you know, they got to take it back home, man. The reason why I got Beats is because I want that punchy bass, give me that noise, and since you're giving me features like noise cancellation and transparency, I need it to be better. At least let me control it, you know? But it is what it is. So I will definitely I'm definitely going to be taking these back and getting the refund. But I want to give you guys my opinion on these. I was really hoping that I would like these more than I did. But it is what it is, man. So if you liked the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell notification so you know when I'm posting, man. It's your boy JR. I'll holler at you on the next one. Peace.